Are you in the market for a portable handheld warmer? Today we're looking at a product called Go Warmer. You know what's funny? It kind of reminds me of a product I did not that long ago, I reviewed not that long ago, called the Go Fan, and I've actually had mixed results with this thing, so we'll see how the Go Warmer does. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's take a closer look at Go Warmer. All right, so here's my Go Warmer, as seen on TV, handheld warming device. You can see where it says it lasts up to 8 hours on a single charge. We'll see about that. It gives you a lot of good uses here. Skiing, hiking, just being outside. If you're chilly, maybe you have a cold office that you're in. It has 3 settings, low, medium, and high. I purchased this for about $15 from my local As Seen on TV store. I did find it on Amazon, but they sell it in a 2-pack. So I think it's like 2 for 30 bucks. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this out of this impenetrable plastic and see, there we go. Ooh, that's interesting. It's actually heavier than I thought it would be. Seems pretty solid. It feels like it's a plastic material. Let me read some more about it, and then I think we have to charge it, and then we'll test it out. All right, so we are fully charged. It took just around 6 hours from the charge that I had from the factory until it was signaling all blue lights being completely full. What I want to do now is I want to check the temperature, but first I thought this was interesting after rereading through the directions. Remember how on the box it says this lasts up to 8 hours? Well, the directions, they say on the coolest setting, which is on low, I should say the lowest setting, it only lasts up to 7 hours. So that's kind of weird. The box says 8, directions say 7. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to check the temperature settings, because they tell me low is 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius, and then medium is 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius, and so on. So I want to check to see if we get those temperatures, and then also I'm going to see how long this little device will last. All right, so let's turn this on. So all I did is I held down there, I have all 3 lights on. What I want to do is I want to go down to the lowest setting, and I know it sort of looks like this middle one is selected, but it's not. So it's just the lowest setting. I'm going to let this sit for a second. Oh wait, I should do this first. All right, so it says it's 84.9 degrees Fahrenheit, and that would be right around 29 degrees Celsius. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for a little while, and then we'll check the temperature, and then we'll turn it up to the middle level, and of course, we'll try the high level too. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes since I first turned this on, and the temperature I'm actually reading in here is around 91 degrees Fahrenheit, and that reads us in at about 32, almost 33 degrees Celsius. So what I want to do now is I want to turn this to the middle level, or medium. All right, so now I'm going to let this sit on medium. We'll check our temperature real quick again. Oops, that's Celsius. 93. And we're going to see if we can get up to 100. Okay. All right, so it's been just about 5 minutes since I've had this on the medium setting. Let's give us a test. It shows me at 102 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 39 degrees Celsius. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this to the highest setting, and this is where the directions tell me I should get as high as 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And what is that, around 50 or so degrees Celsius. So let's check to see if that works. So I've had this on level 3 for about 5 minutes, and my temperature fluctuates. Sometimes I'll see 106. I've seen as high as 110, but then I also have seen it drop down as far as 80. So I'm not sure how consistent the temperature is. Like I said, the highest I've seen is 110, and that's after about 5 minutes. Now, that being said, it feels very warm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this lasts the full 2.5 hours, and then we'll come back and check in. I do want to see how this will charge my own cell phone. I see there's a USB port down here at the bottom, so I'll be interested to see how that will charge my own phone. So now I'm going to go test to see how long this lasts on high. I want to see if I can keep it warm for up to 2.5 hours. This has been running now for 2.5 hours, and to be honest with you, I'm really impressed with it. Like, I thought this thing would be cold by now, and yes, it is getting cooler, because right now it's looking at what, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, which brings us to like 34 degrees Celsius. But you know what? It's still pretty warm. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to turn it off. I'm going to plug it back in because I want to charge it, because I really want to test if this actually can charge a phone. I think it does. So I'm looking to try that next. Whew. Oh, hey, you know what? On the highest setting, this thing is actually really just too warm to touch. If you put it against your bare skin, it can be really, really too hot. I just want to let you know that. So tell me, what do you think about the Go Warmer? Is this something that you would use? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. You know what? Also, the 4,000 milliamp battery, is that something that's convenient or what? Let me know down below. So you can see after I ran this for 2.5 hours on high, it used up 2/3 of the battery, because right now I have 1/3 that's still lit, that's charged. I'm working on the second third, and then of course I'll go to full. So it probably was on the verge of the battery running out anyway, but I just wanted to point that out. I will say this charging cable is pretty short, less than 12 inches. When you're charging, you notice that the blue light on the Go Warmer is blinking. My guess is when it gets up to 2/3 full, the second blue light will be blinking, and then finally when it gets to the end, all of them, but I'll check back in later. All right, so I let this charge overnight, so this is fully charged. And so now what I want to do is I want to see if it will charge my cell phone. So here, we'll plug this in, see what happens. All right, so blue lights automatically light up here. It looks like I'm charging. Let's see what it says. Oh, is this phone off? Maybe it's off. Let's see. Oop, 15, 22. So you know what? It's at 22% right now. So let's see how long it takes to charge this phone. All right, check that out. My phone has been charging for the past 2 hours utilizing this. Oops, I'm going to zoom out again. Sorry. Utilizing the Go Warmer as a charger. This thing finally went dead. All the batteries used. It started out at 22% on my phone, and it now is at 78%. That is pretty sweet. So you do have a little bit of a rescue battery pack with this thing if you would need it in the case of an emergency. Houston, we have a problem. And you know what? I think I jinxed myself because I was saying, wow, this thing is really impressive. Do you want to know what happened? So then I charged my Note 20 from 22% all the way up to 78% in about 2 hours. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I love having the rescue battery. Well, so then I went and I took the cable that came with it, plugged it in to charge it, set it down, and no blue lights. Well, then I was like, oh, that's weird. So then let me try a different outlet. Maybe that one's not working. No blue lights. No blue lights. I tried 7 different ones. Nothing. I even left it plugged in overnight, maybe thinking it just needed a kickstart. Nada. Then I thought, well, that makes me very sad. It stopped working. I can't even get the button to do anything anymore. Disappointing. So I thought, I seem to buy these things that are duds. I don't get it. So I went and I bought another one. So now I have 2. One that works, one that doesn't. Let me tell you something different. So I took this, charged it, I plugged in my iPhone 10. It was completely dead, 0%. And it charged it from 0 all the way to 100. And it still has, let's see, is there blue light on it? It still has charge left in it. I thought that is interesting. So I'm going to continue the review using the new one because the old one is just, well, a paperweight. All right, so I wanted to give you a better view of this, turning it on and off and such. So this button right here on the side, if you click it slow 2 times, ready? This light will light up, and that blue light actually says how much battery is actually available in the Go Warmer to either run your fan or, in this case, charge any external device or run an external USB device. Now, if I wanted to turn it off, I'm going to hit it quickly. Ready? See, when you have a unit that does what it's supposed to do, it actually works. In this video, we were looking at the As Seen on TV Go Warmer. And well, halfway through my review, my original one just stopped working and I had to go pick up a new one. So my thoughts about this, well, if you get one that actually works, it does a good job. If you want to have it in your pocket to keep your hands warm or in your gloves, it does exactly that. Plus, it has that built-in charger feature, which I think is great. My first one didn't work so well, but the second one charged my phone from 0 all the way to 100, and it even had a little battery left over. I can't really tell how much because it just had one blue light, but it was pretty sweet. I will say, testing out my new version, I was able to get 8 hours of warming on the lowest setting. But that being said, towards the end, the temperature started to decrease, but it was still working. And I figured, you know what, I really would only need it for like 5 or so hours at most. So I really liked that. Anyway, my thoughts about this, like I said, if you get one that works, it does great. I'd recommend maybe just getting 2. You can have one in each pocket. Keeps you warm on those cold days. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Oh wait, you know what? I almost forgot. Not that long ago, I actually did a review of 2 different products called the Go Fan and the Go Light. I don't know if they're part of the same company, but they both start with Go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link both of those reviews right up here, and you go ahead, choose whatever one you want. And by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at whatever review you choose. So go ahead, click one. They're safe, I promise.